Well, you know, the Falklands Cup isn't competed for very often, but when you get the Parachute Regiment and the Marines on the same sports pitch, you can guarantee fireworks. And when it's a football pitch, well, it could be a goal fest. Great bit of play from Lazelle. Touches it to his number 90s, and it's in. And we do have the first goal of the evening, and it's Ash Kultov who scored it. Real chance now for the Marines to level it, and they've got it. Well, he only needed half a chance, and Stu Morgan has put the ball into the back of the net. On the end of it again, and it is in! And this time the man who has scored the goal is the captain, Richard Charles. Oh my word, it's 5-4. Hello, I'm John Knighton and welcome to the Aspenwaite Stadium here at Heybridge near Bolton in Essex. Usually it's home to the Swiss, the local football team here, but tonight it's hosting the Falklands Cup between the Royal Marines and the Parachute Regiment. And do you know what? This is going to be a cracking game tonight. If anything to go by from last year, 5-4 the result when these two teams met 3 years ago when the game was played down in Devon. So can we expect a bit more of the same this evening? Definitely the Paras want this trophy back. It's been down in the southwest for the last 3 years. It's been brought up here, of course, by the Marines, and they will want to take it back down to Devon. You can be absolutely sure of that. Well, joining me this evening for our commentary here is Warrant Officer Andy Kuchar, who is the RAF's head coach. Andy, keeping very much yourself on the fence tonight as RAF and unbiased, but very much looking forward to what should be a cracking game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be nice to watch a game without having any sort of biased interest but lads, watching the warm-up, the lads have been looking sharp. Speaking to both the managers, they're both confident going into the game. They've had good training sessions over the last 3 days. There's no excuses of the pitch. The pitch has just been laid, I believe, 3-4 weeks ago. So looking forward to a real good game, yeah.
Yeah, they're playing it on a 4G pitch here, which, bearing in mind, of course, the fact that we've had all this such dry spell. I mean, training basically on concrete for both sets of players, so they'll be really pleased to be on this surface. Yeah,
absolutely. We, the RAF squad, we had a meet last week as well, and it was absolutely horrendous to train on. So tonight, absolutely perfect choice of pitch to play on. No excuses for any bobbles. So yeah, should be some good football on display.
As we say, 3 years ago it was 5-4 to the Royal Marines. Can we expect a goal fest tonight, I wonder?
Let's hope so, but no, me and you, John, we get the 0-0s a lot of the time. So, but let's hope we get a good cracking game. The Marines have got a couple of Navy lads that played for the inter-services representing the Navy, and certainly one of them is being a striker. So let's expect a little bit of quality from him.
OK, well, let's hear, shall we, from the two head coaches now, and we'll start with the Royal Marines. Well, Sean Welburn, obviously this is a game that is much looked forward to, I know, by both teams. You don't play it very often, of course, for the operational reasons, but when you do get together, it's usually quite a game.
Well, yeah, as you've seen, for those that have seen the last one, it was 3 years ago now, I think, 5-4. You know, you don't get a lot of 5-4 games, but when you do, they tend to be exciting, and that one was. We won it, I think, with a couple of minutes to go, having conceded an equaliser. I think with only 4 minutes to go. So yeah, hell of a finish, hell of a game, to be fair. It was played in the right spirit, and we're looking forward to it. You always remember the last game rather than the other ones before that, but yeah, that's definitely had a lasting memory. We've got some players that played that night as well, so
and scored goals in it.
And scored goals in it, yeah. So hopefully they can do the same tonight. That'd be nice, but concede less. That'd be good.
Obviously, you're playing on a 4G pitch here as well, which I think, given the weather conditions and how hard the ground is at the moment, it's actually a great leveler, and it should be a good football.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got no excuse to not play decent football on a surface like this. Even the training pitches that we looked at just leading up to this, they're all like concrete at the moment. So this is a godsend to play on on a great facility, the whole thing. It's fantastic, and yeah, the surface. There's no excuses for not playing some decent football tonight.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
So Andy, here we go. 3 years on, you've got a chance of getting that cup back. And how up for it are your players?
Oh, they're massively up for it. Obviously, for a lot of them, it's the first chance to get their hands on this trophy. For the few of us who've obviously suffered the pain in the past, it's a chance of redemption.
And you brought them here. I mean, I think the last few matches you've actually had to go down to Devon, haven't you, to play?
Yeah, we have. So what happened was that we made contact with the Royal Marines, and they tried to be a bit clever about it, but they could only facilitate the game at their depot. So I said, 40th anniversary of the Falklands deserves a big occasion like this, big stadium. Let's get everyone involved, make it a spectacle. And
it is a big one, obviously, 40th anniversary of the Falklands. That makes it all the more special, this game.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously, none of us here today will have been involved in Falklands, but it's what we joined the military on the back of, like the hard work that the lads did in that battle.
Okay, well, good luck tonight. Any late changes that you've had to make?
We've had a few injuries, yeah, unfortunately, to key players as well, which is always the way. But, you know, we just roll with it, don't we? Huge trinket apparatus, ready for anything.
Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Andy.
Thank you.
Well, this really is the Parachute Regiment's day here at only about 20 miles from their base in Colchester, of course, and they've brought the fans down with them this evening. Quite a few supporters have come down, obviously, to cheer them on. And I think we're going to see quite a few of the children as well tonight, Andy, acting as mascots as the teams come out on the pitch. They'll be coming out very, very shortly. And obviously we're hoping for a really great atmosphere. You can see people now beginning to file in to enjoy. Maybe that gives us a chance to have a look at the two teams before they come out on the pitch. And we'll start, shall we, with the Parachute Regiment tonight. And the head coaches, Stu Mott and Andy Demikovic, who we just heard from, are they're sort of mainly made up of three para, I think, Andy, as far as they are concerned. A little bit of experience in there, and you know, I think that they're going to have to rely on that experience tonight in this game, because it will be, you know, probably the Marines, I think, will probably be the more experienced of the two teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were sort of watching them in the warm-up, and the Paras certainly looked a very young side. Chatting to their manager before, he says they're quick, they're vibrant, and I think we discussed it before the game, John, that this is, for a lot of them, this is their first Falklands Cup. So you know, we'll see whether the occasions get to them, and whether the experience from the Marines will shine through. So really interesting game. Rhys
McNabb in goal with Nathan Elwood, Jordan Brittle, Lewis Baisley, Kian Daniels and Ryan Armour. They are really at the back of the team, with Lewis Mann, Dominic Walmsley, Ash Colclough. He got a couple of goals in that game 3 years ago. Lewis Simmons and Ryan Waterhouse are the starting 11. Very shortly we will have the national anthem, and then a minute's silence will be held in memory of those servicemen who gave their lives in the Falklands conflict 40 years ago. When that's over, we'll go through the Marines team as well, just to bring you right up to date with that. But very shortly we have the pause. So the ground announcer just announcing the Paras team. So we will have a minute's silence, which will be held just before kick-off, as I say, just to remember those who gave their lives in the Falklands conflict 40 years ago, and that's what makes this game so special this evening. Tonight's officials, by the way, the referee is Lance Corporal Michael Robertson-Tant from the Army, his assistants, Chief Petty Officer Michael Clements from the Royal Navy, and Squadron Leader Lee Wood from the Royal Air Force. He is the other assistant referee. Fourth official tonight is Sergeant Matt Hills, also from the Army. It'll be an interesting game, I think, Andy, in terms of competitiveness. The referees might have the officials might have their hands full tonight.
Yeah, just judging by the excitement in the crowd, we've got a little bit of noise to our left, so the Paras have come in certain force. But like I said, there was a combative group of individuals, but also the Marines. That's so it's going to be a battle of the, shall we say, the egos tonight. So it'll be very interesting.
It will.
Ladies and gentlemen, as this is the Falklands Cup and commemorates the 40th anniversary of Operation Corporate, there will now be a minute's silence in memory of all those service personnel who sadly gave their lives and made the ultimate sacrifice during the Falklands campaign.
So there we are, the minute's silence, beautifully observed, apart from a couple of barking dogs way in the distance. Let's just run through that Marines team for you then. And in goal, it's Loz McCormick, who actually replaces Steve Cross, who should have started in goal tonight, but Crossy delayed on his journey up. Sam Leavesey, Fenners Finneron, and Rich Charles, the captain, at number 5, with Joe Noakes at number 6. That's the back four, with Steph Lee and Rhys Thomas, Elliot Kebby, Stan Lane, Stu Morgan and Jay Williams. That is the starting 11 for the two teams, certainly for the Royal Marines tonight. And as we say, all the people who scored all the important goals 3 years ago, Andy, are here, and I'm sure they'll be hoping to put the ball in the back of the net again this time, because we're hoping for loads of goals.
Let's hope so. And yeah, the two captains just shaking off there, but I had a quick look at the highlights before from the game 3 years ago, and obviously the captain here, Prince, just jogging across to give the commemorative little trophy thing that they've exchanged. Scored a couple of great goals, and they've got Morgan in there as well, so it'll be interesting. But like you say, the goal scorers are certainly involved in today's game.
Okay, well, we're just about ready to start. I think there's a lot of support, obviously, for the Paras here tonight, so, and they're sort of spreading themselves around the stadium here, so we should get a good atmosphere and an enjoyable night for them, I'm sure.
I think we might have our work cut out here, John, getting the commentary across over the noise that we're going to be creating with the megaphones and stuff. But
getting a word in edgeways, yeah.
Absolutely. But good start. Here we go.
It's the Paras get us underway in the white strip. All in green, of course, the Royal Marines. Kebby gets an early touch on the ball. Headed safely into touch. Kebby keeps it in play. Marines picking it up. Here's Thomas. And Kebby again. Early involvement for him. Thomas. And eventually it's cleared out by Elwood. getting an early touch.
Yeah, great start from Kebby, looking busy, isn't he? 4 touches in the first sort of 30 seconds, but Para's keeping their shape. Looks like what they're starting with, 4-4-2, playing with the 2 up top. And goes behind for a goal kick.
Yes, an early touch of the ball then for Private Rhys McNabb in goal tonight for the Parachute Regiment. 20 years old, from 3 para, a rifleman.
So Para's looking like they're setting up in a 4-3-3.
That's a really good header straight away from Charles. He's known as Prince, that's his nickname, surprisingly enough. Here's Simmons, nice control from him. Ball goes inside. Already a great bit of support coming in for the Parachute Regiment. Brittle on that left-hand side, but good play from Jay Williams.
Defended well there, didn't he?
He did defend it well, and here come the Marines with an opportunity early on. Just trying to put Morgan through. He's absolutely lethal is Stu Morgan, as we saw 3 years ago when the match was played down in Devon at Exmouth Town. Different sort of conditions that night. This 4G pitch.
All a bit frantic at the minute. It's just the ball turning over lots.
Which is maybe what we expected.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that adrenaline. You know, the Paras have come. Loads of support. Making plenty of noise. But let's see which team settles down first.
I'm glad they've gone down to the far side of the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
And remember, wherever you are this evening, we'd love to hear from you on our live feed this evening from the stadium here. Wherever you are around the world, maybe you're supporting the Paras in the Falkland Islands, or maybe you're supporting the Royal Marines from somewhere far, far away. We'd like to hear from you, find out where you are, where you're watching. It's 0-0 between these two teams. Just the first 3 or 4 minutes of this match, this Falklands Cup. Simmons. And again, Kebe makes a good interception.
Oh, it's a good, well read by the keeper there.
Goalkeeper has to quickly come off his line to make that. And an opportunity.
Both keepers doing well. Yeah. So reading the game well.
Yeah, Rhys McNabb having to clear his lines. Ball goes up into the stand.
Good start, good clearance from the Marines keeper, because they've had to make that, as you were alluded to in the pre-match comments, that they've made that early change with their first choice keeper stuck in traffic. So at least he's had a good touch of the ball, settled down.
Man across to Amor. And here's Man again, wearing the captain's armband this evening for the Parachute Regiment. Flicks it through. Former Hereford United junior is Lewis Mann. Again from 3 para. The majority of the Parachute Regiment side are made up of 3 para. Marines have come from all over the country to take part in this game and play in their green shirts for the Royal Marines tonight. So much pride at stake between these two proud members of the British military. Good header from
Prince again, isn't it? You know, tidies up well, doesn't he? He looks solid there. So the Paras centre forward's going to have their work cut out. Obviously, he's a big lad, winning everything in the air. But quite like this Kebe. Kebe's started really well.
Yeah, he's
looking busy.
He's looking busy. Yeah. Nice play from the number 11 for the Marines. Jay Williams comes in field, looking for an opportunity perhaps. Didn't get the end product, but that was really good play from him, wasn't it?
Yep. Lewis Simmons on the ball now, just an opportunity to get forward. Oh, that's a great ball in behind.
A claim for offside. The referee.
Keeper's done well as well.
Yeah, used his head, literally.
Yeah, keeper's done well, read it again. Nathan Elwood just on a little jog and tidying up. Pass it into Kieran Daniels.
Nice interception from Thomas there, Rhys Thomas. Just 2 caps so far for the Royal Marines. One of the most inexperienced members of the team. And there are players here who've made 79 appearances in Royal Marines colours. Finnbot, the Finneran Sergeant, 79 caps, which is impressive indeed. And Stu Morgan, who I think we probably said is a pretty lethal striker for the Royal Navy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and he played against us certainly in service competition, and you know what you're going to get with Stu. He's very combative, he puts himself about, clever player, you know, and you give him a chance, he'll finish. So it'd be interesting how his experience comes through and whether he can just settle his team down.
Owen Nolan says, come on you Royals, but it's the Paras who have the opportunity here.
Nice little bit of incident play there.
Tracer Lee does well. Steph Lee back to his goalkeeper. It's still quite frantic.
Yeah, it's all a bit 100 miles an hour at the minute.
But that's the Falklands Cup for you. I think I don't think you're going to see too many calm parts of this match from what I can remember last time. And it started off all over again. 3 years, of course, since they last met. Here's Joe Noakes. Loses out, though. Ball flicked forward by Finneran, collected though by Mann, across to Basley. Basley forward, all in their white strip, the Paras tonight, but that's safely into the hands of Loz McCormick, the goalkeeper.
Little ball in behind, here's Kebe again.
Prince puts the ball through to Kebe, and I think he's going to be a danger man for them this evening. Back to Morgan.
Here's where he's...
Into the box.
Here he is where he's...
And he's flicked it through.
That's where he's dangerous.
Again, the Marines showing their pace up front with Thomas.
Chance.
Ball goes out wide to Williams. Williams takes a shot.
Unlucky that.
And he goes just wide. But some danger there for the Parachute Regiment in these early moments.
Yeah, I'll start with Stu getting on the ball there and just driving in, causing a bit of a problem with his pace and with his strength and power, and just an opportunity that opens up for the Royal Marines. But,
John Lawson says, come on you Paras. Owen Nolan, come on you Royals. The Paras getting behind their boys here. This is their home game. Simmons goes across field. Taken off him by Walmsley. Nice control. Simmons again.
I think speaking to the Paras manager before the game, I think his strength, he was saying his strength is they're quick and they're quick on the break. So they set up in that formation of a 4-3-3. It'd be interesting whether they can get
the Marines. Yeah, they're looking good, aren't they? And this is Kebe, who's already looked the most dangerous man on the pitch in these early moments. Here's Morgan, still in possession. Plays it back to Rhys Thomas. And Morgan again. Thomas takes the 1-2. He's surely in, and he is in.
1-0.
And we have a first goal of this Falklands Cup final here. Beautifully taken by Rhys Thomas. Goes in there, takes the 1-2 with Stu Morgan. It's in the back of the net. And we've had 9 minutes, and it's 1-0 to the Royal Marines.
Simple goal there. Simple goal, just played through. Some nice feet and a great finish. Tucked it away in the corner. Keeper had no chance.
Yeah, beautifully taken by Rhys Thomas there. Just picked his spots and the ball gently rolled into the back of the net.
Well, at least we're not going to get a 0-0, John.
No, your big fear before we kicked off, wasn't it, that we might be in for a 0-0, but I think that has certainly been put to bed.
So it'll be interesting now to see how the Paras react.
Yeah, Marines looking really, really tight on the ball, though. Nice play again from Rhys Thomas.
Another switch. Oh.
Elliot Kebe just loses out.
Oh, it's a great tackle.
Strong challenge goes in from Joe Noakes. A real tussle there at the centre of defence. Referee says that was a foul by Rich
Prince.
Charles.
Yeah, Prince.
Very quickly taken by the Paras. Lane lays it across to Williams. Williams coming forward again and charging on for it is Morgan. Stu Morgan into the penalty box. He's seen off his defender, gets the crossover. Chances then for Kebe, but he can't connect with it. And the Paras will bring it away. But this is a really exciting start to this match.
100 miles an hour.
It really is 100 miles an hour, and it will stay like this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Referee says that was a foul on Nathan Elwood. And he's going to have a word with Rich Charles, I think.
Yeah, I think that's about 2 or 3. He's obviously a very combative player. He's had his arms around the centre forward at numerous of times. So I think that's his one warning. Obviously, referee's caught him now on his eye and needs to just be careful for the next couple of minutes.
Well, the support for the Paras will increase dramatically as they get behind their boys, kicking towards the first call community stand end of the ground.
Set piece. Delivery in.
Well headed clear though. Good work from Joe Noakes. But they can build again here, can the Paras. But not like that.
And we get a minute to breathe.
Well, we certainly do. You're just joining us live here on our Forces News YouTube channel and Facebook page tonight. This live coverage of the Falklands Cup. This irregular battle, shall we say, between the Royal Marines, who are the cup holders, and the Parachute Regiment, who are desperate to get this trophy back. But it's the Marines who struck early on through Rhys Thomas. They lead 1-0. But here come the Paras again. Nice ball out under that far side to Giovanni De Luca Blakeman.
Good feet there by Louis Mann. He seems to be their playmaker, the 7.
Ball goes down, and is that a penalty? It is a penalty! Well, there we go. A few complaints from the Marines, but it looks...
Oh, and the linesman's got his flag up, so this will be interesting.
Is it offside then?
Is it? Yeah,
it could have been offside first, in which case the penalty will not be given.
That was an opportunity, but yeah, offside.
Offside, given. So remains 1-0. So a real let-off for the Marines there.
Yeah. It all started with the with the 7 in there. Private Louis Mann, showing good feet and sliding down the sides, which I think was the game plan before the game.
It was.
Oh, referee wants it from the appropriate spot. Surely he's not offside there. That's where the penalty was.
Well, interesting support of the megaphone. I haven't seen that it recently.
No.
We'll have to drown him out probably.
It's making a comeback.
Ball out of play. Throw in goes to the men in green, who lead 1-0.
Maybe it's the MOD's equivalent of the Vuvuzela, John.
John Lawson says, good luck, Paras. Louis Mann from Great Uncle John, who's watching. Joanne Tolley is given a round of applause. Presumably that's for the Royal Marines goal. Keep those messages coming in live on Facebook and on our YouTube channel tonight. 1-0 in favour of the Royal Marines in this Falklands final.
Yeah, Louis Mann done well again. Just won the header. That's a great ball.
It is a lovely ball out onto that left-hand side. Cross comes in. Cleared, though, by the Marines.
Tidied up by, who was that?
Picked up by Morgan. That's lovely control, and what a lovely ball through that was to Stan Lane. Goalkeeper comes out, makes a really important challenge there, Rhys McNabb.
Yeah, it's an important...
And that could have quite easily been a second goal. What a fantastic ball through, though, that was from Stu Morgan.
Yeah, great vision. And that's what he's got in his locker. He is a quality player. Got in his locker, opened it up, but again, keeper did really well. Both keepers have done well so far in reading the game in behind.
Marines coming forward once more on that right-hand side. Jay Williams. His cross is blocked. Ball goes out of the ground, so we'll need another football. I think we're a bit short on match balls here.
Where's the 4th official?
Yeah, we're a bit short on footballs at the moment. So while we're just waiting for a ball to appear onto the pitch, and it gives us a moment just to reflect really on a fantastic performance from the England women's team last night. The Lionesses, what a superb performance against the Dutch.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Really interesting games. I thought, you know, the first 20 minutes, obviously the occasion was a massive occasion, a lot of support, and I thought Sweden played really well in the first 20 minutes, but just couldn't capitalise on their chances. And then, you know, the Lionesses just settled down and showed their class and their quality and some great finishing. It was, yeah, really fantastic performance, and I guess the whole nation's looking forward to Sunday now, and let's hope they can do it and finish the tournament off with a win.
Football's coming home courtesy of the women players. Yeah, interesting. It's going to be an interesting match whoever they play. Of course, that other semi-final is happening tonight between the French and the Germans, but we're hoping you're going to stay with us here for this game. And we do have a football now, fortunately.
Yeah. I think just going back to the Lionesses, I think it's really important that obviously the players are praised, but also the backroom staff. And you know, it's nice to know that we've got one of our own MOD that's a retired RAF personnel in the kit, who's the ladies' kit man, Kev Fenner, doing a fantastic job and part of that group. So life outside the forces is successful as well. So well done to Kev.
Well, I know that Kev Fenner's hugely appreciated for what he does. Here's Elliot Kebby with the cross. It's a good one. Did he actually touch the crossbar?
Yeah,
then? I think it might have just
it
scraped against the bar, but it goes out of play anyway for a goal kick. Yeah, talking of kit men, Jamie Doig, who is Leicester Tigers kit manager, you know, ex staff sergeant in the army, and very successful over the years UCAF's rugby kit man. So yeah, there's a bit of a tradition building there,
yeah,
Andy.
Absolutely. That's the future, Kitman.
Yeah, Bob Baker said it was Sweden we played, not the Dutch. I think I was just getting confused with the Dutch coach, obviously, for the England team, who's done such a magnificent job. Score remains 1-0, though, in favour of the Royal Marines. Kebe picks it up, loses out, though.
Game seems to have just sort of settled down now.
It's certainly settled down. It's just got a bit disjointed, I think. Here's Amor. He's robbed, though, very quickly, and here's the goal scorer, Rhys Thomas. Bit of a handful there. He seems to have been playing more of a central role than we maybe expected.
Just nicked him there, didn't he?
Yeah, Jordan Brittle goes down, and he wins the free kick. Harrow's trying to build something at the moment, but they're being stifled really in midfield here by some determined play from the Royal Marines. Just stronger at the moment.
But yeah, Louis Mann seems to be their player in there. He's just, you know, he's got a little bit of composure, a little bit of quality, and
he's the captain.
Yeah, he's making him tick. So I think it's important that they try and get him on the ball.
Former Hereford United player.
Well done.
Nice ball comes across.
Got it off.
There's a pop-on goal.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, it was Lewis Basley there who went for it.
Yeah, that's better from the Barras. Just patient in there and got a great shot on goal. Oh.
Wormsley outside to Simmons. Simmons cross field. Nice one across the field to Brittle, Jordan Brittle.
On to Basley. Good strength there from Prince.
Yeah, holds off Coldclough.
Yeah, good strength and
wins
the
the free kick, yeah, quite rightly. few messages coming through. Sean Foster, a few stats for us. The inaugural match was in 2007 when the Royal Marines and the Paras drew 2-2 at Sandy Park Exeter Rugby Club. In 2009, the Paras 0, Royal Marines 3 at Colchester Garrison. Still got a few more to give you. We'll pop those statistics up as and when we can. And thanks for that, Sean. Good to have the info, which maybe I should have done as commentator, found it out, but you've done it for us, so thank you.
So an opportunity here, hit the big 9 for the Royal Marines. Is it Stan Lane? Obviously 6 foot odd, so I presume he'd be a target as they put the ball into the box. There he is.
Indeed.
Oh, well done,
it's a good punch.
Yeah.
Did well.
There's Stan Lane.
Comes in, yeah.
Flicks it on, and well done for the keeper.
And just looking at those stats, actually, the Marines have totally dominated this competition. Where it was 2012, Royal Marines 1, Paras 0 at Home Park in Plymouth. And then 2019, 5-4 to the Paras at Exmouth Town. So what happens tonight? It's 1-0 at the moment, if you're just joining us.
Yeah, Jordan Biddle there, just rushing the throw, gives a foul throw away.
Thank you.
Throw in then. Thomas loses out.
Chance. Here we go. Has he got the pace? Again, tidied up by the keeper. Well done.
Another one goes out of play. I think we're going to need quite a few footballs tonight.
Yeah, quite low fence line around the ground, isn't it? So, yeah, Loz McCormack sweeping up nicely there.
Yeah, Loz, who probably wasn't expected to be playing immediately. He's a late change in goal for the visiting team from the Royal Marines. Attempt on goal comes in from Louis Mann. And straight away, though, the Marines bringing it forward. Here's Kebe. That's a lovely cross ball aimed for Lane. Lane gets the first timer. And McNabb is behind it. Does well with the save. Keeps it out.
Yeah, a little bit too easy, wasn't it? One ball, and then ball in behind, and Lane gets a strike on goal. So.
That will go out of play.
Thin bot, thinner run, just watching it that out. Marshalling it out for a throw-in.
Kebe gets the touch, referee allows play to go on. I thought it was a bit of a push there, but referee allowing play to go on.
Daniel's playing into Baisley. Oof, it's tight.
It is a bit tight, yeah. Baisley does well, though, in the end. Gets it out to Brittle on that left-hand side. Here's Amor. Loses out, though, to Stu Morgan. That will roll, though, harmlessly out of play.
A little bit risky in there. Got a little bit tight.
Yeah, trying to play out.
Yeah.
Doesn't always work, does it?
No, it certainly doesn't, especially when you're being pressed and, you know, you take time on the ball and then there's pressure on the ball. You've got to just sometimes turn it. Then the opposition will drop off and then you can play again. But it's great to see the confidence of the Paras. You know, they're wanting to play out and have the confidence to play in tight areas. You know, it's great to see that sort of football. Here's Mann.
Yeah, he's a bit of a standout player for them so far.
Doing really well so far.
So he's his first Falklands Cup.
Well defended there from Baisley.
It was an offside, wasn't it, I think, as well?
No, I think there was a push in the back.
Push,
yeah, it was a foul, but, you know, well defended. Marshalled it out.
Ball bobbling around in that penalty area. Very well picked up. Morgan again going in there well. And he'll quickly take this throw in.
Elwood tidies that up and defends it well.
Mann with the clearance. And here's the number 8 again. Worth a try, worth a shot.
Yep. Royal Marines just seem to be picking up the second ball a little bit quicker, and I just feel the Paras are forcing the long ball a little bit, and the two centre-halves of the Royal Marines are, well, whole back four are reasonably big lads, so forcing that ball, it's going to come back at you.
Well, I'm sure that the Royal Marines management duo of Sean Welburn, who we heard earlier from, and his assistant Wayne Shaler, who are known as Welly and Shales, by the way, I'm sure they're pretty happy with the way things are going so far in this match. But we haven't had the goal fest that we had 3 years ago, but a chance now for the Marines maybe to add a second. It was a good block by the goalkeeper, Stan Lane, going in there on the 1-to-1. Looking very dangerous indeed when they're anywhere near the opposition penalty box. And I believe this is the Marines' first corner of the match.
Let's see if they've got anything inventive in the set piece, but looks like they're going for a crash.
Thomas takes it.
Oh, it's a good delivery.
It was a good delivery, but hooked out of the ground. Another one goes out of the ground. Probably just landed on the roof of your car, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Oof. The balls we're getting onto the pitch now are, I think they've seen a few matches now.
I think they're coming back as well, actually.
Yeah,
with a bit of interest.
And the one they've just rolled on probably was played with in the Falklands in 1980s by the looks of it.
Yeah. So Reece McNabb then with the kick. 3-para boy. He joined in 2021, so this is certainly new experience for him.
And there's Prince again winning another header.
Thomas makes the stop, but it's Simmons now who has the ball. Referee allows play to go on, even though he was fouled. His man. He'll pick it up again. Simmons, good control from him. Plays it across.
That's better.
Elwood. Back to Simmons.
Blaisley on the ball.
Yeah, they just have to be patient at the moment, the Paras, and the referee has awarded them a free kick.
That's better from the Paras though. They just kept the ball and had a little bit of, retained possession, move the Marines about and get a free kick.
And he's going to be having words with Joe Noakes, and he's going to show him a card. There's certainly a few words being had now. Referee getting a bit annoyed, I think, with the number of infringements that the Marines are giving away, and he wants no more of it. Approaching the half-hour stage then in this Falklands final, this Falklands Cup match. Royal Marines, who have never lost this trophy, leading 1-0.
Yeah, 3 in a wall. Matched up, no overload.
Looks like it's Louis Mann who's on the ball.
Walks away now.
And it looks like Jordan Brittle's going to take this. Free kick floated in, but high and wide, and another one goes out of the ground. One 0 the score. If you're just joining us, we're live on Forces News Facebook and our YouTube channel tonight. John Knighton here with Andy Kuchar joining me for this game. It's competitive stuff, but just the odd goal separating them at the moment. Marines.
He's done well to keep it in.
He did well to keep it in. And a lot of space in that middle of the park there for Baisley. Plays it outside to Brittle. Still going.
Ryan Moore on the ball.
They lose out though, and Williams picks it up. Takes the 1-2 with Morgan. Morgan still going into the penalty area. Very dangerous.
It's a little too much.
They showed a bit too much of it, and the Marines will win it back, but the Paras still have it.
Really got a
That was
chance.
a attempted late challenge, and the referee, I think, has had enough.
Yeah.
And that is definitely going to be, I'm sure, a yellow card now for Rich Prince Charles.
To be fair, it's been coming, isn't it? Unfortunately.
He's had enough.
So 30 minutes in, he's he's got to be careful now. He's got a long time to go. Good 60 minutes now on a card.
Yellow card shown then to Rich Charles. So he, as you say, is going to have to tread a bit of a fine line for the next hour. I have to say, it wasn't a particularly princely challenge, was it?
No, it was just a little bit late. As much as these services are absolutely impeccable, with the ball, but you do get a bounce on it, and sometimes it's when it does bounce, it gives it. Ooh, another free kick.
Is that a free kick? No, I think it was a fair challenge according to the referee. On the edge of the box. Here's Williams. Nice ball control from him as he heads it forward in possession or in search of a green shirt. Only finds a white shirt though.
Yeah, Amor to Brittle. Brittle to Mann. It's better. Back to Amor.
It has the pace of the game, of course, has settled down quite a lot now, and inevitably.
Yeah, it was inevitable. Like you say, we were 100 miles an hour for the first 10 minutes.
Brittle, low cross though, easy for McCormick to collect. I think Kean Daniels is looking for a free kick there, which was never going to come.
Yeah, keeper's done well there, to be fair, because I don't think it wasn't. If he'd have let it go, he'd have gone for a corner and just had to dig it out.
So the Paras have the throw. That's good control there from Simmons.
Oof.
But it's a loose ball, and here's Williams on the edge of the box. Real chance then for Morgan. Blocked though.
Well defended. There's that bounce we talk about. Well done, referee. Pulled it back for the first one. To be fair, he tried to play the advantage, because actually if he'd have nicked it, they were away. But well done, referee.
I mean, to be fair, Lottie McCormick's not had a huge amount to do so far, has he, Andy?
I mean, to be fair, both keepers haven't had a lot to do. They've been tidy when they've had to sweep in behind.
Plenty of possession.
Yeah.
I think he was looking for a foul then. The referee said definitely no. I think that was a foul though. On Rich Charles, who's certainly been in the action, hasn't he?
He's dished a few out, so I think they might be getting the run back a little bit on him there, but he's a big lad, he'll take it.
Joe Collins says, who scored the goal for the Royals? Well, I can tell you it was their number 7, Rhys Thomas. Beautiful 1-2 with Stu Morgan to create the goal from inside the penalty area. Just touched it with his right foot, steered it past the goalkeeper to give the Royal Marines a 1-0 lead. Into the 35th minute, so around 10 minutes left of this first half in this Falklands Cup tussle between the Royal Marines, the holders, and the home team here, the Parachute Regiment.
It's been quite an even half after the first 10 minutes of the sort of Royal Marines coming out the traps, but both sides have settled down, and it's been quite sort of an even game. It's been a good game so far.
It certainly has. Both teams getting used to the 4G surface here. So very different from what they've had to train on over the last few days. Out onto the far side, Lane tries to keep it in, but he can't.
I think they'll appreciate having a bit of bounce in the pitch and a little bit of softness on the feet, because obviously the pitches at the minute with the weather we've had have been absolutely like concrete. So
you'd almost have to play in trainers, wouldn't you? I think.
Yeah. Physical challenge there.
It was, which the referee, I'm sure, will be having a look at.
Is that down on the ground? Is it?
Pam Halgill says, "Come on, the Royals."
Ash Cole-Clough, is it? Yeah, took the knock, took the hit for his team.
And he's up and about, and a few words just being had with Cole-Clough.
Yeah, again
for that channel.
Again, Prince around the back. Looks like he's going to be a target, or was it Stan Lane?
Both of them very good with the head.
Yeah, there it is.
Good clearance though from Elwood. And here's Finneran then with the throw-in. The most experienced man on the pitch, really, with the number of caps he's got for the Royal Marines.
Little niggle again.
Referee will bring it back, and Simmons takes the free kick quickly. Chased by DeLuca Blakeman. Throw-in goes to the Paras. And here is DeLuca Blakeman on the edge of the box. But only finds Rhys Thomas. Marines bring it forward. Bit of a loose pass there.
Yeah, but well read by Elwood there. Nice challenge. Just played it a little bit short to Kebe. Elwood stepped in well.
And here's Mann. Nice ball out to the right. Finds Simmons. Simmons doing really well here. Gets the shot in.
Well
Keeper does the save.
Again, it's that little link play, isn't it? Getting the ball into Mann, and you know, when they give him time on the ball, he hurts teams. So he's done really well.
I think that was probably the best we've seen from the Paras so far in terms of their shooting abilities. The shot on target. Ashley Mitchard says, "Come on, the Paras." Here's Kebe getting the cross in, and Thomas. Loose pass, but again it's collected by Lane. Out onto that right hand side with Williams. Jay Williams, can he get a cross into the penalty area? Just overshoots it, does he? No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Gets a corner.
It goes well. No, I think it was out of play, was it? Yep.
Yeah.
Or was it offside? You can never tell these days, can you? They don't put the flags up.
No.
I think it was offside, so it's a free kick.
Sam Leavesley there, stepping in, defending well.
So just a single goal separating these two sides, scored around 10 minutes by Rhys Thomas to put the Royal Marines ahead.
Yeah. I think the Paras just need to be a little bit smarter in stretching that back four, because they're a solid back four, to be fair. They're big lads, you know, they're combative, and I think just if they pull us a little bit, pull them a little bit wider, and those gaps might open up for a little bit of pace.
Rather taken by Finneran. Kebe. Steph Lee goes back to his goalkeeper. Elwood quickly with the throw-in. So the Paras try to get themselves into this game, try to level it before half-time. Good play from Mann, the captain. Really great control from him. Look at that. He's still going well, but eventually he loses out to 3 or 4 tackles from Marines players. They can break now. Heading forward in towards the box.
Oh, chance.
Amor makes the stop.
Oh.
Is it a penalty? No, it isn't, says the referee. Play goes on.
He was in there, just nicked it, didn't he?
There's a good recovery from Ryan Amor.
Yeah. Again, McCormack reading the game there. That through ball swept up nicely, but yeah. There's no surprise Stu Morgan appealing for that.
Kelly Lane says big man Stan. That's Stan Lane, of course, from Kelly. Oof. Well, that could have gone just about anywhere, that one, but it has gone out for a throw, and the Paras will have it. Elwood takes the throw. Finneran dispatching it back over the line. Walmsley, nice ball out onto this right-hand side to Simmons. But the big centre half there, the big captain there, not being put off by that booking he's received. Really good, strong, fair challenge. Ball kept in play well by McCormack. Danger over just for now.
Paras getting a little bit of success in the wide areas, so you know, they just need to sort of nurture that and have a chat about it at half time and keep exposing the wide areas.
John Powell says, come on the Royal Marine Commandos. They have the lead. Just 2 or 3 minutes left of this first half of normal time.
Oh, defended well.
Finneran.
Important foot that.
He was aiming for Morgan, but didn't reach him in the end. The ball back with McNabb, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Steph Lee did well there. Just
all but well collected though, and here is a chance for Morgan again. He took one on the ankle there. Still trying to recover from it.
Yeah, good bravery. Dangerous header to go in there, but picked up by Sam Leavesley.
He's still struggling a bit. Here's Mann, the captain. Plays it out wide onto the right, but only into the path of a man in a green shirt. And here goes Morgan. Sees off one challenge. Referee allows play to go on. Morgan shoots. Morgan scores. It's 2-0. And I'm sure that Cian Daniels maybe had a few things to say about that, but it was a fair challenge. Stu Morgan using all his power and strength to push that ball into the back of the net. It's 2-0 to the Royal Marines.
Yeah, great finish, great strength in the box. Yeah, it was good strength, good finish.
Well, he took it really well, didn't he? And
great time to score 2 minutes before half time.
Yeah, it's really what the Paras needed to get an equaliser, but it's Stu Morgan who was just nursing his right ankle, but clearly he's okay. And
it was a miraculous recovery on that ankle as soon as the through ball was played through. So little playmanship, and then finished it well. Did really well there, Stu Morgan. To be fair,
it was a goal born out of experience. 40 caps he has for the Royal Marines, and it really shows. Using his goal-scoring prowess, he got a couple of goals in the last meeting of these two teams back in 2019. Elwood with the throw-in.
Thing is that the Paras don't need to lose concentration. They're not out of this game. Even 2-0 is a dangerous game, dangerous score.
Not by any means, but I just sense that the Marines have got that composure at the moment.
Yeah, they've just got a little bit more, like you say, that little bit more experience, and I think the Paras are slightly playing into their hands with trying to play long balls, and that suits that back four. I think they just need to pop it around a little bit quicker, and you to get young man on the ball who causes problems when he gets on it.
And that is the last action of this first half. But what a time for Stu Morgan to get that second goal for the Royal Marines. They have a 2-0 lead here, and Andy, I think they're certainly worth a lead, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they have been the better side in just the way they've managed the game. A little bit more structured and composed. They've got a solid back four, taking their chances. But like I said, the Paras are young. We're still in pre-season. I think we spoke about this before the game. The last 15-20 minutes, your fitness is going to start to jade. So it'll be interesting with the Paras coming on strong second half.
It will. Well, we are obviously live here throughout the whole of the evening. Floodlights just going on here at the stadium, and it's a interesting position we're in at half-time. The Paras will obviously have to regroup themselves. They really could do with getting that first goal after the break to see if they can get back into the game. And well, Andy, I think your assessment really of that first half, because Paras, they came better, didn't they, in the first half, but they just missed out obviously in getting that equaliser.
Yeah, absolutely, and they just, like I said, they're not out of this game. 2-0 is a dangerous score, and the next goal's massive. If the Paras score it, they're back in the game. If the Marines get it, then you've got to fear for the worst, and you're probably sort of saying game's over. But everything to play for in the second half.
Well, don't go too far away. Back for the second half very shortly, but it's 2-0 to the Royal Marines here at half-time. We've actually got 6 championship bouts, the very first ever UCAF women's title fight.
Has she got the legs? Yes, take it all the way. What a lovely run.
In the third and final period, the Army ran riot again.
There's nice symmetry out there.
I know, it's weird. It's almost like they've done it on purpose.
Yeah. It's like watching ants in death.
Well, at half-time, of course, the players from both teams just going off the field at the moment to have their half-time assessments from their 2 managers. I'm sure out of the 2 managers that Sean Welburn and Wayne Shalo will be the happiest of the 2 for the Royal Marines going in at half-time. But as you can see out on the pitch at the moment, so a lot of the youngsters are just having a bit of a kick around, a bit of a play, and they're enjoying themselves out here on this 4G pitch. Thank you very much indeed for that. We actually do pay equity rates for interruptions like that. But yeah, they're out on the pitch enjoying themselves at the moment, Andy.
Yeah, and it's nice. What an occasion, and without stating the obvious, it's a cup final, so the Paras now just have got nothing to lose. Go and have a team talk, rally round, and it's now a little bit go for broke. Get yourselves back in the game, and let's get this cup final back to an exciting state, and get yourselves back in the game.
It will be, and we're obviously going to be back in good time for the second half, but let's have a little bit of an extra sports roundup, shall we, right now, with some of the other forces of sport that's been going on.
I'm Julian Evans, and this is In Case You Missed It. Tottenham have won the Walter Tull Memorial Cup after beating Glasgow Rangers at Ibrox. 2 goals from Harry Kane saw Spurs come from behind to win 2-1. The trophy was named after the pioneering ex-serviceman who played for both teams prior to being killed in action during the First World War. There's good news for a number of Forces winter sports stars, with the announcement UK Sport will restore funding to bobsleigh. The team, which included Royal Marine Taylor Lawrence and Army star Nick Gleeson, were forced to self-fund their Olympic campaign earlier this year. Funding was cut in 2018 after a disappointing Winter Olympics, but 6th place in Beijing and a strong season has seen that decision reversed. Inter-Services time trial champion Christina Murray has had to abandon her end-to-end record attempt. The Lieutenant Colonel was on course to complete the course in her target time of 51 hours before being forced to stop by torrential rain. A team-on-team brawl broke out during the Royal Navy's rugby league match with Her Majesty's Prison Service. The senior service were leading with a few minutes to go when one of their players was on the receiving end of a high tackle, which sparked the confrontation. The Navy won the bruising encounter 24 points to 8. Now, check this out for a demonstration of naval power. 6 service personnel from RNAS Culdrose have been flexing their muscles to find the base's strongest sailor. They went head-to-head in a series of feats of strength, including hauling a 6.5-ton lorry. The winner was Air Engineering Technician Connor Thurgood.
So still at half-time here, of course. If you're just joining us live here on Forces News Facebook and our YouTube channel, you've missed an interesting, entertaining first half between these two teams. The Royal Marines, of course, travelling up from the southwest. They travelled up yesterday to play the Paras here in this latest round in the Falklands Cup. And it is the Paras who are trailing by 2-0 here at half-time, if you're just joining us. And 2 really well-taken goals, Andy, weren't they, for the Royal Marines? The first one after just 10 minutes, and it was a lovely bit of work, really. Stu Morgan very much involved in it, alongside the man who eventually tucked it into the corner, and that, of course, was Rhys Thomas. It was a lovely 1-2.
Yeah, and that's you know, we know what Stu Morgan's all about at this level, and levels above that. You know, you give him the ball, he'll hurt you. And it was, the first goal was obviously the combination play. You know, he's clever enough to play, and Rhys Thomas has buried it nicely. And then the second goal, using strength, power, pace, you know, and then precision when he's put it away. So really, Stu Morgan's been the sort of the catalyst for both goals, and been influential in this game.
Yeah, he's the class act, definitely, in this Royal Marines team, as he was, frankly, when they met 3 years ago. And it's that experience we've been talking about. Stu Morgan, 40 caps for the Royal Marines. That's a large number, although not the most. With Finnbot Finneran, the number 3 for them, 79 caps, and that's a lot of caps. There's quite a lot of experience on the bench as well, which they can call upon as well. Sean Melbourne can call on if he wants to. Ben Hebditch, 31 caps, and Andy Hall's got 43 caps as well. And the goalkeeper Steve Cross, 24 caps too. So they've been around a long time playing for the Royal Marines.
Yeah, and I think obviously we talk about Prince of the Back Charles. I think he came in at 56 caps as well. So you know, we spoke about that back four. They do look solid. They do, you know, they're combative. They're big. They're strong. But you know, it's not all about the Marines. I think the Paras have been bright in certain spells. Like I said, I'm really impressed with the young 7 in the middle of the park. Mr. Mann, is it? You know, when they get him on the ball, he creates things, and I think he's their threat. But they just need to figure out how they're going to get him on the ball.
Yeah, Louis Mann, you're talking about. He's their captain. Played for Hereford United, actually, so he's got a good pedigree, and you can tell a player who has got that ability on the ball. He's got that vision, hasn't he? And he's really the playmaker, and they're going to rely on him in the second half. Yeah,
and he sort of linked up with Mr. Jay Williams on the right hand side, and when they've linked up well, they've looked a threat. You know, as we spoke to the Paras manager before the game, and he said they've got pace in their side, they're sharp, and actually I think the front 3 are sharp, but it's getting Mr. You know, sort of man on the ball, and then he can feed and look at feeding those front 3. And if they can continue to do that, I think they can get in behind the Marines back 4. And actually hurt them.
Well, you make a good point there, of course, because we saw that Rich Charles, the captain, you know, got a yellow card. He was booked only after about half an hour, so he's got to play the next 60 minutes in a really important central role for the Royal Marines with that yellow card. He can't really afford to make any more slip-ups.
No, and the next 45 minutes for him is sort of going to be key. But you know, without being unsportsmanlike, you know, the football tactics, you target these people. You know, if somebody sat on a yellow card, you get your playmakers and you get around him, and hopefully, you know, not that we encourage people to get sent off, but that's the game of football. You know, you target those players to say, you know, all it takes is one foul. You know, it changes the complexion of the game if they go down to 10, etc., etc., and that's the tactical element of football.
Tell me about the RAF then, Andy, with your certainly with your RAF hat on as the head coach. You've already had a pre-season game, haven't you?
Yeah, so we started back last week, so it was nice to get the group back. The boys are all in pre-season with their civilian clubs, and so it was nice to get them back and give them a run out. We played a good step 5 side, which in Longlevens down in Gloucestershire. So we played really well, beat them 4-2, and they were very complimentary in the way we played and the way we conducted ourselves, and a great game for us. But it's all about time, sort of minutes in the legs now, and getting fresh for the new season.
And of course, you've got Mansfield Town coming up as well. That'll be a good game for you. Yeah,
so we've got Mansfield visiting us in August, which will be a really competitive game. So whether they bring their 23s and a bit of 19s, etc. So Mr. Clough will select a squad to bring down to us. So a great test for us, but everything's about preparation for the inter-services, and obviously our sister services with the Navy and the Army. I know the Navy have already played one game as well, so we're all itching to get going, and looking forward to this year's inter-service competition.
I mean, it's a huge compliment actually to the RAF. Obviously, you are in-services champions. That Nigel Clough has agreed to bring a team down to play you.
Yeah, and we've got these great relationships with these clubs, and the Army and the Navy are no different. I speak to Farah, and obviously Jimmy with Aldershot Town and places like that. It just tells you where service football is and what the level is. And sort of it's really encouraging that these professional outfits want to play us and see us as a challenge, which is very complimentary to all 3 services, and certainly obviously you've got Diffin running the UCAF squad. His fixtures are exceptional as well, so we're good side. The military, the problem is people don't know what we're about, because we don't play in any sort of football pyramid, which can be problematic at times, because obviously people have a perception of what the military are about, etc. But all three teams play some fantastic football, as was displayed in the inter-services. So we're looking forward towards another good competition this year, and a great season for all 3 services.
Okay, we'll take another quick break, shall we, for a few seconds, but we'll be back for the second half.
Around 100 military personnel have been on the ground for about a week. You can really see the scale of this training area from the air. It's 4,000 square kilometres.
Now they're carrying a payload of military-grade surveillance kit. The idea being they will demonstrate to the MOD what these can do.
Well, just in time, of course, for the start of the second half here at the stadium here in Heybridge down in Essex for the second half of this Falklands Cup competition between the Royal Marines and the team from the Parachute Regiment, who are the home side. And it's 2-0 at half-time, if you've just joined us, just rejoining us for this second half. And congratulations to all the players, really, putting up a sterling performance in that first half. We're looking forward very much indeed to the second 45 minutes here to see whether the Paras can pull themselves back into this game. I think, Andy, it's absolutely essential from their point of view that they can get the next goal, because that is going to really decide how this game goes.
It's all or nothing for the Paras now. They've got to get the next goal. It pulls you back into the game. It changes the momentum. I fear for them if the Royal Marines are going and nick the third one. I think they'll just shut up shop and manage the game. So really important for the Paras. Now I'm excited to see what they've changed, if they've changed anything, how they approach the second half.
So away we go then. Referee Michael Robertson-Tance from the Army gets us underway. His 2 assistants are Chief Petty Officer Michael Clements from the Royal Navy and Squadron Leader Lee Wood from the Royal Air Force, with the 4th official Sergeant Matt Hills, who's spent most of his time, I think, actually finding spare footballs to kick onto the field when they've gone out of play and out of the ground. But the Marines straight away on the attack. and had the opportunity for a header, which comes in from Stan Lane. Goalkeeper is up to it. But instantly the Marines showing their intent. They would love a third goal early doors here. Here's Jay Williams. Williams feeds it outside to the big Stan Lane, but
just goes out of play.
He just can't reach that.
So no subs. I don't think they've made any changes. Can't see any changes across both sides. So obviously lots of fresh legs to bring on that might need to change the game as we go on.
Shouts for handball from the Marines, but the referee has said play on. And here come the Parachute Regiment bringing it forward. This is a lovely drive forward now for them on this left-hand side. Here's Luca Blakeman. Collected by Baisley. Here's Amor. Out to Brittle. Nicely played by the Marines though. Great play, lovely chance, and here's Williams inside to Lane. And Lane and Williams will have the effort. Oh, and it spins just wide.
Great technique.
And Kebby was almost on the end of that, but what a break that was from the Royal Marines.
Great great technique from his Jay Williams there, you know, because that's a hard skill to execute, getting over the top of the ball, but just unfortunately off target.
There's another yellow card being shown to a Royal Marines player, and this time it looks like Finnbot Finneran who has been shown the yellow card. It must have been for something he said. So 2 of the Marines team are on a yellow. And they've got to watch their step. And here come the Paras with Simmons. Nice ball outside, opportunity. Good save by the keeper. Great save from McCormick. That was clearly the best chance really that the home side have put together.
But that's better from the Paras. That intricate play, moving it quickly. You know, 2-touch football. Opening up at the back four, sliding it in between the centre half and the full back, and got a chance.
If they get a goal back, it will really change the course of this game and really spark the crowd up here. Corner comes in, but it's well taken again by McCormick, who's not put a foot wrong, and the things that he's had to do, he's done really well.
Yeah, he's a big lad as well, isn't he? So he's he's a good presence in the box.
He elects for route 1.
I'll tell you what,
I'll tell you who's on the end of it. And very, very close was Morgan to making it 3-0. That was route 1 stuff.
Route 1, but effective. I'll tell you what, that's game over there. He puts that in, it's game over. But Barra's got a chance.
It remains 2-0. Charles elects to go cross field, and here's Livesey. That's definitely out of play. Sam Livesey, I think he thought it had gone out first time, but the officials didn't agree. The Paras just showing their intent early on in this second half. Daniels does well, loses out eventually though. Marines can bring it forward. That's a lovely touch forward from Thomas. And Kebe into the penalty area, shoots. Goes
wide.
It does go wide.
It goes wide, but that's how quickly they break.
Another chance.
Yeah,
that's 2 clear chances, in fact 3 clear chances in this second half that the Marines have had to really put this game to bed. They lead 2-0. It could easily be 3 or 4, couldn't it now?
Yeah, but you know what? You take your when the chances are missed, you sort of count your stars and you go, do you know what? We're still in the game. So
Finneran goes forward, tidied up though by the Paras. It's nicely played by DeLuca Blakeman. Goalkeeper comes off his line.
Tidies up.
I'm just thinking there's some houses just behind us here. I'm wondering if that was a smashed window, but I didn't hear the sound of breaking glass. I'm glad to hear. Throw in though to the Paras. Ball
Bingo in.
failed to go. It'll be retaken.
Don't come in, Stu.
Man. Ball goes across field. Paras still in possession, still looking for this goal to bring them back into the game. Here's Walmsley.
Here's Blaisley.
And Simmons on the edge of the box. Ball goes in. It's cleared though by Charles. Danger averted just for now. Ball goes forward, and can Williams get on the end of it? And in the end, Ryan Amore decides to put it out of play. Morgan.
Great tackle.
It was a good tackle, and away come the Paras now, but another brilliant challenge going in there. Paras, though, have a chance here to bring it forward. This is nice work on this, the middle of the field there from Simmons, but the offside flag goes up. Squadron leader Wood on that far side. Goalkeeper comes out to take it, Loz McCormick.
Goes big again. And straight out of play.
Joe, you just screen then. If you're free, just screen this. Come on. Go to screen this. Screen this. Go man now. Come in on now. Go man now.
Brittle's throw in. Given the treatment by the Marines, he'll have another go.
Yeah, Joe Noakes solid there, winning the header. Still doing his defensive duties.
It's a nice play again from Simmons.
Yeah.
Looking to get it forward. Here's DeLuca Blackman. Takes a pot shot.
Better though.
It's certainly worth a go.
Yeah, they're starting to cause problems in that final third, aren't they? Quick feet, you know, players running at the Marine back four, and the last two or three shots that they've got off. Looks like a first change.
Yeah, first change is happening, and Lance Corporal Eddie Hart is coming on for the Marines to replace the number 9, Stan Lane. His work is done for the day. He's done well, has Lane. He's certainly used his height up front.
Looks like a straight swap there. Straight swap, just Hart drops into the 9 roll there. And wins his first header. Oh, it's a great header.
Man goes down. It's
clash of heads there.
Colclough has gone down. Bit of a clash of heads with the big number 5, Rich Charles.
Yeah, it's just as he flicked it on, Charles just came in and in the back of him. No malice in the header.
In fact, I think it was it was Steph Lee, Tracer, who went down.
Yeah, it looks like might have knocked his nose and a little bit of blood. Magic Water comes running on. Nice to see the whole para community here, you know, kids, wives, boys, you know, girlfriends and family members, mums and dads, you know, it's a really good atmosphere here today.
It is, it's certainly an atmosphere. I'm not quite sure whether the Marines still think it's a brilliant atmosphere around their dugout at the moment. There's a very vociferous support for the Paras just there, including the man with the megaphone.
Yeah. Yeah, giving the managers
Well, if you heard any language there, we apologise for that. Marines, though, pushing forward and making their attempt. I'm told it was actually Ben Hebditch who's come on as the substitute. They've changed the numbers, as players have this annoying habit of doing for the Royal Marines, but it's Hebditch who is on as the replacement for Stan Lane.
Yeah, good header there.
Just to get that right.
Well recovered, well played.
And that is Hebditch gets the ball now.
Yeah, nice little interchange with Hart
out to
there.
Williams. Williams with the cross. And coming in.
Kebe round the back.
Kebe really should have put that away. But in fact, it goes out for a goal kick.
Nice play though. Nice play. A little bit of interchange. Hart's little reverse pass. Good cross and Kebe in around the back.
Now the play on that far side, the throw into the Marines. 57 minutes played, approaching an hour. The Marines with a 2-0 lead here. What can the men in white shirts do, the Paras? Thomas.
It's getting to that time in the game, isn't it now, John? The Paras need to do something. You know, they need to change. Oh, here we go.
They are making a change, I think. There is going to be a change in their lineup. The man who's going to come on very shortly is Sergeant Chris Coyle. From 4 Para, he's probably the oldest, going to be the oldest man on the pitch at 42 years old. And he is replacing, it looks like Jordan Brittle, the number 3, is going off. So a very experienced man coming on to take over in a full-back position.
Is it a formation change or is it left back for left back? Seems to be left back for left back.
Looks a little bit like it.
Yeah, it's whether it was an injury or just tired legs now, but
he's certainly got the experienced legs there. Has Coyle, the left back.
Just a little bit surprised that you're bringing a left back on when you're 2-0 down.
Robert O'Neill says, come on the Paras. And Phil Brighty says, go well Rhys Thomas. Good evening to you, Brighty, wherever you happen to be. Little break in play, the referee just having a word, and looks like he's showing a 3rd yellow card to Joe Noakes this time, and that's 3 for the Marines back line have now been cautioned.
It's big Minor Moore just joining the crash,
and that's easy for the keeper. The free kick.
A little miscue there.
McCormack, not where he wanted it to go, I'm sure, at all.
Oh dear.
That's a really good challenge coming in from Hebditch.
Keeper with twinkle feet, twinkle toes, done well.
Yeah. Sends coaches into a flat spin, doesn't it, that sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's the way the keepers play these days. We want them to be good with their feet, so, you know, unfortunately they're going to make the odd mistake. And
which we've seen on numerous occasions, but on this right-hand side, the Paras coming forward, defended by the Marines.
That's a great spin.
Into the box.
Great.
That was Walmsley got the shot in. It goes out for It looked like it took a deflection, but the referee says goal kick.
Yeah, but a really important tackle there from Tracer, because that was, you know, he was coming onto that and probably had momentum with the shot. So just getting that block tackle in, really important, well defended.
Real tussle and challenge going on for that ball. And good play from the Marines there to win the ball back. Paras though have it, really pushing hard with Mann. Goes to Walmsley, outside to Colclough. Still going Colclough, that's a good run from him, looking for some support. Hasn't got any so far. Gets it eventually from Simmons. Simmons into the box, cleared by the defence. It'll come back to the left back, or the acting left back, the new left back, and that'll be a free kick to the Paras.
Yeah, he's done well there. Stu Morgan just got his body across. You know, he bought that foul because he saw him come in, just clocked him out the corner of his eye, and got his body across and bought the foul. So clever play.
So Coyle then will take this free kick. The substitute. Looks like we are going to have another change very shortly. In fact, it looks like it's going to be Steve Cross, the goalkeeper, coming on for the Royal Marines very shortly.
The referee's just having a word with the Paras management. I don't know whether they're just having a word with the bench.
Yeah, Stu Mott's being spoken to by...
I think there's quite a few...
Mr. Robertson Tant.
Yeah, I think some of the fans might be getting a little bit overexcited with the
Yes,
Marines bench.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think they're being told to move away. But I'm surprised that's not happened beforehand. The referee allowing things to go on just at the moment. And looks like the supporters are having to move to the home end of the ground, shall we say.
To be fair, the Royal Marines have been extremely patient there because they've had some serious banter thrown at them.
I think serious banter is putting it mildly. But anyway, Chris Coyle will take this free kick then for the Paras, as they're desperate to get a goal back, to get them back into the game, trailing 2-0. Free kick comes in, headed clear. But it'll be collected by Louis Mann, the captain. Loses out though, good tackle from Kebe. Into the penalty area. Is that a foul? The referee says yes.
Oof.
And this is going to be an interesting one.
Oh, he's given a free kick just outside the box.
Yeah. But it's Charles then who is guilty on a yellow card. Referee just having a word with him. I think any more misdemeanours and Rich Charles, the captain, could well be having to leave the field.
Yeah, I think that was that's his last warning. He's on extremely thin ice now. No, he's had a good game, to be fair. He's been very combative. You know, he's solid.
It's a captain's performance, but
yeah.
He's certainly giving it his absolute everything at the moment.
Yeah, just caught the referee's eye now a few too many times, hasn't he? So, you know, he's going to be skating on thin ice, but let's hope he gets through the rest of the game, because he's had a good game.
Elwood then with the free kick. Plays it back as far as Baisley. Headed clear, though, by the defence. Comes out to Mann. Does well. Still going, but eventually it's cleared. Pressure being relieved momentarily for the Royal Marines, and here's Kebe. Kebe with a lovely ball across field, finding Williams, looking for the corner.
Now it's Stu Morgan again. Great switch.
Yeah.
Great play from
Eventually
Stu.
it's a throw-in to the Marines. Very quickly turning defence into attack.
Yeah, and I think they're making a change now.
Yeah, the goalkeeper change which we expected.
Yeah.
Loz McCormick is going to be replaced by Steve Cross.
Is that a tactical change, or is that to...
I think this was expected. I think the goalkeeping change was expected. As you say, Crossy, I think, got slightly delayed in traffic. So McCormick had to start, but he's done nothing wrong at all, has he?
Nothing at all. But, yeah, it's great to give the other goalkeeper an opportunity when you miss out on the motorway for 4 or 5 hours. So fair play to the Marines.
Yeah. So Cross comes on.
He's had a good game.
Yeah,
done really well.
And Los McCormick and they want to get him on field because obviously the Paras want to take their goal kick as quickly as possible and get the ball upfield. So well done to Los McCormick, who's had a splendid game for the Royal Marines, keeping the Paras out. It's still 2-0 in favour of the men in the green shirts. And here's Noakes trying to put Kebby away.
Tidied up by Kieran Daniels there.
And Morgan will take the throw. No, he's going to leave it to number 6, to Joe Noakes. Good long throw going in. But Williams couldn't quite get on the end of it. And it'll be the Paras to clear their lines quickly. Looking for this elusive goal to get them back into it.
Done really well there, isn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Lad, you know, Ash Colclough.
Here's Coyle.
Yeah, done really well to hold that up.
Chases on. Out of play it goes. And that will be a free kick, I think, to the Royal Marines. And a yellow card. Shows that number 13, DeLuca Blakeman is shown a yellow.
That's just that little bit of frustration now showing as you're getting desperate in the game, you know, trying to get yourself back in the game. Unnecessary foul, but can't fault his endeavour.
Remains 2-0 to the Royal Marines. Can the Paras get themselves back into this game? Here's Williams. That's a lovely turn from him. Holds the ball well.
Is he offside?
Offside. Yeah, the offside flag goes up against Hebditch. Kicked forward. Wormsley.
Is that a foul there?
It is a foul. Reece Thomas, who got the first goal. Chance for Steve Cross to get his hands on the ball for the first time.
Entering that last 25 minutes of the game, we'll see what the fitness levels are like now. You know, we're early into pre-season, see how many of them playing at local level or at the civic clubs, so that important pre-season fitness will be important now.
Yeah, match fitness as opposed to military fitness, of course the two are, shall we say, a little bit different, Andy, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's but this is where you get your fitness, that last 20 minutes when the body's fatigued, you know, and this is what pre-season's about, so perfect sort of game for these lads that I'm sure are all playing civilian football for their preparations for their civic clubs.
Michelle Knight says, come on the Paras, all the family are watching from Cleethorpes this evening. Not going your way, Michelle, at the moment as far as the men in white shirts, but there's still time for them to get back in. If they can get one goal, it changes the whole complexion of the game. But it's still 2-0 to the Parachute Regiment. Here's Coyle to his captain, takes the 1-2 into the penalty, towards 30 yards out, but swept up by the Marines captain, by Charles. And here is Kebe.
He's been quiet second half, hasn't he? You know, he started the game, but as I said, that he just skips 2 challenges, but you know, he started the game really brightly.
It's going to be another change for the Paras very shortly, with Jake Threlfall coming on, midfielder, 20-year-old. Again from 3 Para.
There's a chance. Oh, there's Prince again, done well, stepped in.
Good defending from the captain, plays a long ball down the field, And you know who's chasing after that one. It's the big number 10 for them, Stu Morgan.
Give him 2 options!
Good work though from Coyle. He's done well since he came on as a substitute.
Yeah, and bought the foul.
Remember, he's 42 years old.
Yeah, done well there. Done well there.
A reservist now from 4 Para was a full-timer in 1 Para. Here's the second change being made by the Parachute Regiment. Lewis Basley has gone off. Basley, and he's been replaced by the number 15, who is Jake Threlfall. Everton trialist, played in the Manchester City Shadow squad as an 11 and 12-year-old. He's an assault engineer. Played in the 2019 game.
It's a good ball, that. Good ball. Gets you up the pitch. What's he got?
He's still going as a number 13. That's good work. Good defence, though. Good cover.
There's those fresh legs.
From Leavesley. Throw-in comes in quickly. Walmsley.
Oh,
and that was a foul. Referee allows play to go on. It was a late tackle on Rhys Thomas.
Yeah.
And he's still down. Brought to his feet by Simmons.
I think the referee might go back to that one when we get a break in play. Oh, and here's Hart. What's he got?
Hebditch gets the crossover.
Oh, Morgan with a chance.
And Morgan with a chance for his second goal and a third one for the Marines. But it's the Parachute Regiment bringing it forward. Just a little bit too ambitious there from the number 9, Ash Colclough.
Yeah, he's bringing it back, isn't he, there? So it's good refereeing. He let the game go. He saw that the player wasn't injured, and
it's going to be a yellow card.
Yeah, good refereeing. Well done.
Yeah. So Dominic Walmsley is the 5th man to go into the book. Second from the Parachute Regiment, and a couple more changes are coming up now for the Marines. They're going to be bringing on Andy Hall and also Jamie Weaver.
Double change. Is it to see the game out defensively, or is it you know, to press on and try and get this third and put the game to bed?
Well, I would say this is all about game management now, wouldn't you, Andy?
Yeah, absolutely. Just see the game out now. Lock up, drop into a low block and see the game out. What have we got? 13 minutes left or 15 minutes left. Keeper's done well.
Throw goes in. Goalkeeper does well. Here come the Paras. Nice little flick through. And here's Ormsley. Oh, so it's Simmons actually who's fouled. Wins the free kick. And another change being made by the Parachute Regiment. Coming on is Ryan Waterhouse, wearing the number 11 shirt. And the man going off is DeLuca Blakeman, Giovanni DeLuca Blakeman. And the 2 changes then being made, the numbers 6 and 4 going off for the Marines. That's Steph Lee and Joe Noakes going off, replaced by Jamie Weaver, the only officer in their team, and Andy Hall. And straight away it's Andy Hall who's in possession. Gets the ball out to Ben Hebditch. Williams, nice control from him into the edge of the box. Is he going to go for goal? No, he isn't. The man who is going for goal there is the number 15, the substitute who's just come on, Andy Hall.
Big chance that.
Just flicks it wide. Another chance goes a-begging for the Marines.
Yeah, and I think that's what 3 or 4 good chances that they've had
in the second half alone.
Yeah, and I can't recall the Royal Marines keeper having to really make a save from, even though the Paras have had a little bit more possession, they've looked at a bit more of a threat.
There's been one attempt, I think, which the Paras had. Here's Williams. The referee will bring it back, and it will be another free kick. No shortage of meaty challenges coming in as we would have expected. This ain't no friendly, Andy.
No, it's not. You get two combative sides. You know, they both want to win. You know, there's a lot at stake, a lot of pride. This trophy means a lot to both organisations. So you know, and to be fair, the game's been a fantastic credit to both the Paras and the Marines.
So, 25 yards out. Captain of their side, Private Louis Mann, over the ball. 3-man wall. What can the Parachute Regiment do here? They need a goal. Mann with the free kick, takes it low. Goalkeeper cross is well up for that. And there's going to be another change made very shortly for the Royal Marines.
This is Ben Hebditch, isn't it, coming on?
Well, Hebditch is already on. They've actually swapped.
Oh, they've swapped numbers,
I think this is probably Eddie Hart who's coming on now.
Okay.
Our number 16 is Hebditch, but Hart was number 12 in our list. So we'll assume it is Lance Corporal Eddie Hart making his debut for the Royal Marines in this match. It is a corner though for them on this right hand side. Going over to take it is Reece Thomas. Corner comes in on the end of it with a header. Yeah, which doesn't find the target. Here's Mann, the captain. Played really well for them tonight.
Yeah, he has had a good game.
Coyle.
Been effective, hasn't he? Been at the heart of everything that the Paras have done.
Shadows beginning to fall over the stadium here. Floodlights now showing themselves.
Kebe, it's what we call Route 1 defended.
Effective though, wasn't it?
Touch. Yeah.
And here's Coyle.
Touch.
Again, using his experience. That's a nice 1-2, lovely 1-2.
Chance.
And a chance for Waterhouse into the penalty area. He'll get it back.
Oh, and a free kick.
Free kick is given against Charles, or in favour of Charles, who's holding his knee. A couple of the Marine players are down.
Great interchange. Great interplay and interchange and combination play in and around the box. He's just dragged it onto his right hand side. He just needed to shift it to his left and trust his left foot to have a shot. But you know, just as he pulled it back into the right hand side, it just gave the central defender an opportunity to get across and defend it.
So Crossy will take the free kick. The change is finally made. Elliot Kebe comes off and he's replaced by Eddie Hart.
Is this a final change for the Paras?
Yeah, another change for the Parachute Regiment. Number 14, Levon Hughes, is going to come on very shortly. Central midfield player. Mann jinking his way around. And the change will be made. And it looks like it's going to be a fullback taken off in favour of a midfielder.
Looks like a bit of a formation change for the last sort of 10 minutes of the game. Parachute Regiment got nothing to lose now, so it's throw that gamble on. Looks like they're potentially going to a back three. Get that extra body in midfield. And I think we might see quite a bit of no-nonsense defending from the Royal Marines for the next sort of 10 minutes.
Daniels plays the ball down forward towards Mann, wearing the number 8 shirt. Marines bring it forward. Good defending, great work from Finneran. Loses out there eventually. And here's Walmsley. Lovely ball forward from Thomas. Finds the substitute. Well defended again. Walmsley.
He's offside. He's offside.
Offside flag doesn't go up.
Doesn't go up. Keeper got it, but I think it was an offside decision. Would have been an offside decision.
Just the most frustrating thing in football as far as I'm concerned, and the flag doesn't go up immediately.
Yeah.
Everyone says it. Why oh why have we got that rule? Free kick in favour of the Paras. And it's their captain. Who is fouled.
On the feed, we're being told that Louis Mann's is number 8, not number 7.
Well, you'll have to forgive us, those of you who are watching, because all we can do is go on the numbers that we're given
from the managers.
And if they've changed their shirts, then it's difficult for us to pick that one up. So apologies. Clearance. I'm not quite sure that's exactly what Jamie Weaver expected, but that's certainly what happened. Well cleared by Prince. Armour and Coyle. Coyle will get it back. No, he won't. He tries to make the challenge, but Williams just a little bit too slippery for him.
Just got a little bit stuck under his feet there, didn't it?
Stu Morgan trying to gobble up those pieces.
Yeah, Ryan Moore.
Into the last 7 or 8 minutes here. We'll have a fair few moments of stoppage time, I think, added on, Andy, for all the substitutions that we've had.
Yeah.
Difficult to keep up with them all.
Yeah. It's a long throw coming in. Yep, long throw. Corner. First time the Royal Navy, the Royal Marines have been able to use that long throw.
Indeed. I don't think Rhys Thomas is in a huge hurry to take this corner. But going into these last few minutes of the game, the Royal Marines still have this 2-0 lead. And it's they who have the corner. Comes in. It's the big number 11. Nice play from Williams. Still going. Still inside the penalty area, taking the 1-2. Eventually it's cleared and out of the ground by Ryan Armour.
Yeah, another ball gone.
Yeah. There must be a team of people actually patrolling outside the stadium, Andy, and getting the balls back.
As it's just come over the fence. Yeah. So the Royal Marines bench just signalling in to the players at the last 5 minutes. So it's all about game management now and seeing the game through.
Yeah. Well, they have a 2-0 lead. Again, Thomas in no hurry to take this corner. Paras are really going to have to get something back very quickly to give themselves a chance. At the moment, the Falklands Cup looks like it's heading back down to the southwest. Oh, and a real opportunity for them to really put the game to bed. Stu Morgan was waiting for it, but it was Jay Williams who got in there
Yeah.
Hoofing it well over the bar, into orbit, I think. Great opportunity then for Hart. It's good challenging over on that far side. The ball goes out of play and no one from the Marines rushing over to take it. Although Finneran will eventually, I think. Paris getting it cleared down the field. It was a late challenge, and the referee will bring that one back. And what can the Parachute Regiment do here? If ever a goal was needed by the men in white, right now is the time.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice if we get a goal now, and then it just gives us that last 5 minutes of pandemonium, chaos and gambles, but I just can't see how the Paras are going to break this back four down.
They look very, very strong, and that was a very late challenge coming in there from Ryan Waterhouse. A challenge on Sam Leavesley. But the referee allows that.
Done that well, haven't they, tonight, the Royal Marines?
Yeah, they have both. As you know, when challenges have gone in like that, there's been an instant sort of recognition from both sides. It's a sort of a mutual respect that you kind of expect.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's tough, it's hard out there, but there's a respect that these guys have for each other, and that's why they're playing this competition, the Falklands Cup, just to commemorate what they did in the Falkland Islands 40 years ago. Opportunity then for the game to be put to bed, and that will surely be a penalty, will it? The referee says yes, or does he say no?
What's he given?
He's given a penalty.
Penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the challenge that came in from Armour just a bit late on Stu Morgan. Just checking, I think, the referee to make sure there wasn't an offside there. But it will be a penalty kick for the Royal Marines to put this game right out of sight, and it means they will keep hold of a trophy they've never surrendered in the history of the Falklands Cup. The Paras' wait will have to go on a little bit longer, and this penalty is going to be taken by the man who was fouled, Colour Sergeant Stu Morgan. Will be his second goal of the game should he put it away. Well,
missed it. It's right. Come on, Matty! Come on, free corner! Lift there! Too easy there, Tom! Why do you think you can see that? It's fucking exactly what we nowhere near the ball. It's not like you went back in down there before. How many calm down, please, mate. Calm down. Are we getting another penalty in 2 minutes, are we? Okay, calm down.
running this clock down. I think we're back into what we in the last minute, and then stoppage time on top.
Well, Kelly Lane, who's made a comment, I think the man with the megaphone's had his batteries removed. Actually, Kelly, maybe he has. Good evening to Mel Roberts, who's watching.
Thank you.
I played Skip, good game.
Two goals, wasn't it?
Cheers, lads.
Yeah, man! Up the stockies! It's great!
Hold on, boys, hold on! What's all about? I've about 5 times. Yes!
We've actually got 6 championship bouts, the very first ever UCAF women's title fight.
Has she got the legs? Yes, take it all the way. What a lovely run.
In the third and final period, the Army ran riot again.
There's nice symmetry out there.
I know, it's weird. It's almost like they've done it on purpose.
Yeah. It's like watching Anson Deck.
jogging.
Absolute quality, lads. Come on.
You're driving back.
I can't believe that. I think that penalty's got back to 7.
Oh, let it go there, mate. It's wasting time, lads. I mean, yeah. 20 seconds on the clock, lads. Waste time, mate. You don't add on for balls over the top of the bar, do you? The ref said just the ref said kick it over the bar, that's it. So I did.
And put it back in.
Really good game and good occasion. Absolutely hosted impeccably by the the football club. A great facility, and I thought it was a really good occasion today.
Yeah, thanks to Kevin, to Paul, and all the team here at the club for their support today. And I understand that we lost commentary just for the last few moments, so apologies for that. But our pictures still coming to you live here, and the presentation about to be made. And the Falklands Cup will be lifted proudly again by Sergeant Rich Charles, the captain of the Royal Marines team. Marines have never lost this trophy in all the years it has been running. It goes back to the early 2000s, and they have never surrendered the cup. So once more, it will be up to the Parachute Regiment to try and win it back whenever it is played again. We're never quite sure, of course, when the Falklands Cup is being played. That's what makes it so interesting, Andy, in a way, isn't it? Because, there's that sort of unknown, really, of when it's going to happen again.
Yeah, and I'm sure, when you look at the whole occasion as a whole, I'm sure they'd love to play this annually, and, watch a spectacle for certainly Army and Navy football.
So, presentation time.
Ladies and gentlemen, just want to, before we give out the presentation, just say a few words of thanks. But before I say that, just a couple of general comments. I think everyone will agree that it was a really well contested and well fought game, and both teams have shown massive dedication and commitment, not only getting here and playing tonight, but in the training they've done. And I can only speak from a Parachute Regiment perspective that we put these teams together really recently, and there's a really busy programme, and all the lads have dug out really hard over the last few weeks. So I think what they've done is really noteworthy. I know the Marines as well, no doubt, have been doing a lot of training behind the scenes in amongst busy jobs. So I think we should take our hats off to them. The Falklands, round of applause. The Falklands Cup is always a really special event, bringing the Regiment and Royal together to play. But this year, of all years, on the 40th anniversary of corporate, it's particularly poignant. And we had that poignant minute of silence at the beginning. I think, one thing that is worth noting is that 40 years ago there were 3 units of the Royal Marines involved in 2 major land battles, but 2 units of the Parachute Regiment involved in 3 major land battles. So you work out the maths on that one. That's all I'll say. Last time we played was 2019, and we're really looking forward to the Royal Marines organising it for a change, and hopefully next year. But on a serious note, getting this going more often as we go forward, because clearly COVID driven a train through it, but hopefully we can continue this relationship and continue the Falklands Cup going on a regular basis. Just like to say a couple of thanks, firstly to the staff and committee of Heybridge Swifts, particularly Gary White, the chairman. They very kindly not only hosted us here today, but allowed us to use the ground for training before the match. I'd also like to congratulate the support from the Pararage crowd. And also the staff and the management of both teams. I'd also like to give a sort of a special thanks to Captain Martin Denikovic from the Para-Reg team, who were the driving force behind putting this fixture together tonight and linking in with Heybridge Swifts to get us this match. So thanks to those two. So now going to the man of the match, number 10 from the Royal Marines.
But he's got a really good goal, that second goal just before half-time, to deny the parachute regiment, and he took it so well.
Well done, thank you.
I think they'll forgive him this penalty anyway, won't they?
Oh, I'm not sure. He's a bad one.
Commiseration, a round of applause to the second place runners-up losing team, Parachute Regiment. I'd now like to invite the captain of the Royal Marines to come and lift the Falklands Cup.
So proudly stepping up them to receive the trophy for the second time in 3 years is Rich Charles. And a great moment for the Royal Marines team. And that brings us then to the end of the proceedings here for tonight. The Royal Marines will be taking that trophy back down to the southwest of England again. And again, the Paras will have to wait for how long, we don't know. The suggestion there from the Colonel was perhaps we'll be playing it again this in 12 months' time, but who knows what will happen. Well, that's it really from our coverage this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. As ever, it's great to have your company wherever you are watching around the world. My big thanks to Andy Kuchar, who's come down to join us tonight as our co-commentator, and also to the rest of the team involved in our production this evening. So that's Chris Giles and Don Goodliffe here on the cameras, and back at base Sarah Bowles, also to James Smith and Kyle Dixon as well, looking after all our digital and all the other bits and pieces tonight. From all of us to all of you, very best wishes, take care, and we'll see you again very soon for some more live sport right here on BFBS.
1, 2, 3.
Hey!